All right, welcome to Survive to Thrive. Happy Thursday, everybody. Super excited to be here. And I want to start with a conversation. And if I can get those of you who are with me on Zoom to participate in this conversation, I have a question. So my first question is, what is an orphan client?
Are you looking for an answer now, John?
Yeah.
An orphan client, I might not have the terminology exact, but I believe that's when a client feels they've been abandoned by their current real estate agent.
No, you're right on spot. So
Okay.
there's a real estate practice that a lot of top producers follow, and I want to get your feedback on this. What do you think about this? And I also want to introduce this to you because if you're not doing this currently, you could. But first of all, let's talk about how you feel about this. All right, so you're the listing agent. You sell a home. There's a new buyer that moves into the property. You didn't represent the buyer. They had an agent, right? However, the deal's closed. Now you've got a new family in that home. You didn't work with them. Somebody else did, but you're going to adopt them. They're an orphan client, and you're going to put them in your database, and you're going to create a system to follow up with them over time in order to provide value, build a relationship, because that new homeowner is going to eventually want to sell that home one day, and you want to earn the opportunity to be their agent. And as you're building a relationship, there's an opportunity for referral business as well. Now, talk to me about this. What are your thoughts?
I
That
love
is,
this, John. Oh, sorry,
no,
Nathan.
Joanne, go ahead, please.
I
Joanne and
follow up
Nathan.
with them. I follow up because they bought a house in my neighborhood. I'm the neighborhood expert of choice.
Okay. I agree. Nathan, what are your thoughts?
It's a great question, and I just experienced this.
Yeah.
And I was actually surprised. I sold a property in an area that I farm.
Yeah.
I live in a city called Fontana, and I sold a property in Fontana, and the buyer called me last year. Says, "Hi, Nathan. I don't know if you remember me. This is Alex, and you sold me the home on such and such street, and I just want to say hi." And I said, "Hi, Alex." And then he says, you did something for me and my wife, and you weren't representing us, and my wife said that she'll never forget it.
Right there. There you go. Keep going.
And I said, "Alex, share with me, what did I do?"
Yeah.
Because the first thought that came to me, honestly, is that I am not in the business of taking other people's business. I don't even operate like that. I don't know. I'm just still trying to get some information. Like, why is he calling me? What's the reason why he's calling me? Has he spoken to his other? I'm thinking all kind of things in my mind, at that time. And then I said, "But can you share with me what happened?" He says, "Yes, you were out of town, and we wanted to do our final walkthrough, and my agent did not take the time to go with us. And I remember you really took the time to kind of make that happen for us. And I knew you were busy because my agent said you were busy, but you made it happen." And that was a good impression to my wife. I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, how can I help you?" And that's when it came down where he says, my wife and I have decided that we want to sell our property, and we want you to also represent us on a purchase. Can you come over and talk to us?" And that's what happened.
There you go.
I felt like he was an orphan client.
Yes, there you go. He absolutely. And I'm going to change the view here because I want to be able to see everybody at the same time. And guys, here's what I want you to hear. Here's my opinion. My opinion is it's legal, it's ethical, and it is a good business practice. Now, I say that knowing that not everybody is going to agree with me, right? I'm going to have some people that are going to say, no, 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 you're wrong. And I'm completely okay with that. But what I want you guys to hear is when you're the listing agent, please make it a practice of after closing, the person who bought that home is no longer being represented by a real estate agent. You are not interfering with a relationship with another agent. They no longer have an agent. And I want you to put them into your database. I want you to start out with an 8x8 so you can create top of mind. And I want you to go from an 8x8 to a 36 touch. So you're communicating with them systematically over time in order to earn the opportunity to work with them when they want to sell their home or any referrals that they may have for you. Now, here's the thing. If the agent who represented them is doing a great job of staying in touch with them, communicating with them the way they should, there's no chance you're getting the listing. They're going to work with that same agent again. However, odds are that that agent is not going to stay in touch with them. Ask somebody, here's a question to ask just random people for fun. Do you own a home? How long have you lived in your home? Did you have a great real estate agent? What was their name? And here's what you're going to find out. Most can't even tell you the name of the agent that represented them in the purchase of that property. Now, I'm not saying this to be negative. Don't hear that. It's just reality.
I heard once this agent, she's a top producer, and she was speaking, and she was speaking to the crowd, and then she said, no, I pulled her to the side, and I asked her, I said, can you share a secret that you are doing? I'm just really amazed at the way you're doing business. And she looked around and she says, Nathan, come here, come to my office. And I came to the office, and then she says, Nathan, you may not agree with this, but I'm gonna tell you, most of my business comes from the other side. I said, what do you mean? She says, she says, I'm a listing agent. I'm primarily a listing agent. But once I sell that property, that client that on the other side, I make that person my client.
There you
And
go.
I'm saying, really?
There you go.
She says, yes. And I mean, she's a 100+ type of, transaction type of agent.
There you go.
And at that time, when I left her, I said, oh, she's a trip. But I wasn't ready then. I wasn't. I was not. And, talking with you and having it happen to me, I totally get it.
There you go.
I love this conversation because for me, it's so natural. The area that I sell in is kind of a little hidden secret in Tampa, and so many realtors, and I don't have like a ton of listings, but I'm focused on building listings. And when I do have listings, agents will say, Joanne, where is this? Like, say they're coming from South Tampa and we're just like northeast. And I'm like, you don't know where Temple Terrace is? That's crazy. And they're like, this is crazy. I didn't know this existed in Tampa. It's like this sweet spot that's hidden by chaos all around us in the city. And so I'm like, this is my neighborhood. This is my community. I support events. I invite them to events. Welcome to my neighborhood. Happy to have you. You're going to see me.
There you go.
I love it, Joanne.
Really good stuff.